And it's my honor and privilege. Well, we'll see. See, this is what you would do to me if we were talking and you were introducing me. But ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our Mayor of Waterloo, Mayor Quentin Hart.
Let's give a shout out to Kendo providing the music today, and almost got in trouble before the program actually started. So thank you, Kendo. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, so welcome to the dedication of the Waterloo's River Light Experience. I am beyond excited, and tonight we are kicking off a new era in the life of this city. We are not just gathered to turn on pretty lights so we can enjoy them together and say, ah, that's nice. But we are making a statement. We are claiming our true identity and telling people of this city, of this state of Iowa, and to the world that Waterloo is striving, thriving, and creating opportunities, and driving the city to take note of. And we are a community of opportunity, like our tagline for our 2030 vision says. So say it with me. We are a community of opportunity. We are a community of opportunity. Thank you. But some of you will remember there was a day way back in the 1980s during the farm crisis that some of the naysayers were actually quoted in saying, "The last one to leave turned the lights off." But it was the hardworking people of this community with leaders like Mayor John Roof, Tim Hurley, Buck Clark, and council members that kept the faith and persevered to the point that Governor Branstad named Waterloo the comeback city of Iowa. And from the from the beautiful boathouse to the River Loop amphitheater, things started to change. A young man by the name of Danny Laudick had an idea to put artwork in the pedestrian bridge, so we worked with the youth art team to create those colorful murals that are inside. But there were still people who didn't believe, and they said that this bridge and this riverfront was the largest in the entire state of Iowa. Well, I won't even repeat what was said, and I won't tell you what I said in response, but I knew that I wasn't having it. And as I spent time working with and learning from other mayors across this country, I saw how they viewed their rivers as assets and how they took advantage of their rivers' natural beauty and worked to make it a focal point and a place to gather versus a liability or a line that divides their community. You see, the 4th Street Bridge is all of our spot, and it's been my spot, and it's been the place where I launched my mayoral campaign. It's where I've come when I've had difficult decisions to make. And I intentionally walk that bridge each year to the mayor's fireworks so I can see crowds of people who depend on us, who depend on the city, to be reminded of the tremendous honor and responsibility that I have been giving to support and to lead. So yes, I mean, as you can tell, yes, I pushed for lights, and I fought for lights, and you know, if it didn't work, I kind of staked my career and legacy as a mayor on these lights, because I wanted, for once and for all, to transform the archaic symbol of division into a modern celebration of unity. Where there's no more east side or west side or south side or north end, but a community where we see people that are thriving in a city that's united. And to quote John Lennon, you may say that I'm a dreamer. Well, I'm not the only one. Others caught the vision and became partners in this audacious project. Our downtown consultant, Vanderwall and Associates, that help keep these projects in front of our stakeholders with Dean Proctor representing them this evening, to major funders that step up from the Black Hawk County Gaming Association, Mid-American, and the Waterloo Industrial Development Corp., who gave generously. And our Iowa Brotherhood of Electrical Workers with Rich Kirkenbach and Chuck Kacher and their team gave their time and resources to make sure that the tower lights at the Expo Plaza coordinate with the lights here on the bridge. And
yeah, good idea.
And to our Waterloo City Council members, I thank you so much for all the support that you are given. But we're going to hear from some of the other supporters now. So first, please help me welcome Pastor Mary Robinson. And Pastor Robinson was the Bridge Lighting Committee Chairperson representing the WDC. Pastor Robinson.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Rob. Yes, I really hope that I can do this without tears, because I was raised in Waterloo from the time I was 2.5. And this bridge, east side, west side, stood for disunity. We were told, I wish my mom and dad and grandparents could be here to see this day, because we were told that we belonged on the east side, and on the west side, that's where others belonged. And now to see these lights, to see this bridge become a uniting factor, I am so excited. I don't even know what to do, because light illuminates, and it illuminates the best of the best of us. And so now when we look at this bridge, it's no longer east side, west side, it's unified Waterloo. And I think that's something to be proud of. Yes, yes. And so when we'll be able to look at this bridge and say, yes, something that once divided us now unites us. And we've got something that we can feel very, very proud about. And as our ancestors would come back and they might say, what is this? This is incredible. And I know that Mom and Dad are smiling down right now. And I want to thank everybody that was involved. We've done something huge here, not just for Waterloo, not just for Iowa, but I believe, Mayor, in my heart of hearts, that the world will take notice, and maybe we will be an example for how to do it right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Robinson and the WDC, for their leadership and financial support of this project. And I would be remiss in my duty if I also didn't mention the name of Jim Walsh for all that he's done for downtown Waterloo and the Cedar Valley. And now on behalf of the Black Hawk County Gaming Association, Executive Director Emily Hanson.
Thanks, Mayor Hart. As he said, my name is Emily Hanson, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Executive Director of the Black Hawk County Gaming Association. And I am so excited to be here this evening with all of you as we celebrate this momentous occasion. The 4th Street Bridge is synonymous with the city of Waterloo. It unites two sections of downtown that were historically divided by the Cedar River. Since ancient times, light has been a symbol of hope and understanding. By investing in this project, that is what the Black Hawk County Gaming Association is hoping to accomplish. We hope that this bridge continues to be a symbol of understanding and togetherness for our community. We want it to show that while the river may have divided us in the past, we are stronger when we're together, and our future is bright. I want to thank everyone who has worked on this project and helped make this vision a reality, but specifically the Waterloo Development Corporation and the City of Waterloo. We are so thankful that we've been your partner for the last 16 years and that you dream big and make Waterloo a better place for us to live, work, and play. Thank you.
And thank you, Emily, and the entire Blackhawk County Gaming Board of Directors. And we know that the pandemic made the bank accounts a little bit leaner for a few years, but we appreciate the prioritization of this project and the partnership on so many projects in the past, present, and the future for the people of Waterloo. We are also so pleased to have Mid-American Energy, our utility partner, show their support for our community through two generous gifts to the Waterloo Veterans Way, and the first being in support of this lighting project. We are sorry that Catherine Coonert, Vice President of Business and Community Development, couldn't be here today, but Catherine has been a friend and an advocate for Waterloo, especially in the last few years. But we do have multiple representatives here, including Jeremy Sorensen and also Kristin Schafer, Business and Community Development Manager for Mid-America, will now come up and make some comments. Thank you.
Okay, as many of you know, getting the readers on, slowing us down. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My name is Kristin Schafer, a proud Mid-American employee. I see my teammates, many of you out in the audience tonight, and Waterloo resident. On behalf of Mid-American Energy, thank you for the opportunity to be part of this historic dedication and inaugural show. It's palpable. Mary started it off. Mr. Mayor, our community is energized tonight. Thank you, Mayor Hart, the City of Waterloo, the WDC, the many veterans groups, Main Street Waterloo, funders, and each designer and skilled worker who made this attraction possible tonight. Mid-American has a long-standing commitment of investing in our communities. Obsessively, relentlessly, at your service is more than a tagline. It's in our DNA. Mid-American, we are also more than a pipes and wire utility provider. We are your partner. As your partner, we work to ensure our communities are strong, vibrant, and thriving, that it creates opportunities for residents and businesses that support a sustainable future. When Mid-America was approached for funding, the answer was a resounding yes. CARES, our corporate citizenship program, represents our 5 pillars of giving. C for community enhancement, A for arts and culture, R for environmental respect, E for education including STEM, and safety. This is a lens in which we determine how we partner on projects. This particular project, with every pillar, aligns with our company core principles. This project is a shining example of what can happen when people come together and work collaboratively to deliver on a vision, to be a community of choice. And this is what placemaking is all about in Waterloo. Collectively, you've created an experience, a tangible must-see destination that honors our veterans while powering up Waterloo's downtown. Not only that, but you as citizens can be proud that these lights, along with your homes and businesses, are powered by 88.5% renewable energy on an annual basis. And we're stretching to 100%. Thank you. I'll let Catherine know that you all gave that a resounding applause. In closing, thank you for the renaissance that we're experiencing in Waterloo. It's yet another example of vitality where our customers and employees call home. Thank you for all you're doing. Thank you for being our customer. And thank you for the partnership that create a strong community for a brighter tomorrow and tonight. Thanks again.
All right, thank you, Kristin. It starts with the dream, it gains momentum with funders, but it takes designers, engineers, technicians, and installers to make it come to life. From the City of Waterloo, I would like to thank our engineering department led by Jamie Knudsen, and especially engineer Umi Sisse, project manager for the city, for her leadership. I must also thank our Director of Information Technology, Chris Youngblood, for all his work getting these systems connected and talking to each other, and to Randy Bennett, in Public Works Department for supporting the project in many ways, and to the person who has helped me keep these projects moving forward over the last few years, Miss Wendy Bowman. Can we give her a round of applause? Of course, there were so many engineers contracted to work on this project, and with those from AECOM, Modus Engineering, Envision, Architecture, Terracon, Associated Controls Plus, Design, please raise your hand so we can recognize all of you as well. Also, if we push that button and they don't come on, make sure you keep a look at their faces too. That's why I did it. Ooh, it's a lot riding on this tonight. All right. Oh, my wife is there too, so they better work. I'm gonna blame it on AECOM and Terracon, all of them. But and there was an army of manufacturing fabricators, installers as well. K&W Electric Incorporated, Tyler Truss Systems, Lumen Pulse Lighting, Gotham Lighting, D&G Metalworks, Thomas Industrial Coatings, Mike Dolan Concrete and Masonry, Teat Nursery, Thomas Industrial Coatings. Now, to say a few words about the design and build out of this project is Mark Kuiper, principal at Ritland Kuiper Landscape Architects.
Yeah, so you have to be asking yourself, what does a landscape architect have as a role in this project? And that's a great question. We are just part of assembling a team of great people, and he just read off the names, thankfully, so I don't have to remember them all. But I do thank my team for making this happen. I was just a part of that process. Thankful to be hired by the city and the WDC to see this vision successful. It's going to be an amazing attraction, and I would say, just even as we cast our vision forward, it's the first part of what Waterloo is doing, and it's part of the connection that we're making. The system is actually connected with the amphitheater lighting. It's actually connected with the expo lighting towers. We have communication with the Five Sullivan Brothers Convention Center, now the Waterloo Convention Center, and all of these systems are going to all be telling a lighted story of Waterloo, and we're excited about that vision. Eventually, Jim Walsh and others have had a vision for a long time of making this a river of light, and this is a big first step of that. But we'd like to light all these bridges someday, and that's kind of the vision. And I just want to thank actually Mayor Hart too, just having a vision for this. He went and visited Mayor Pete, and he saw that they lit the river up there, and he said, "Why can't we do that in Waterloo?" And that was a big step forward. Conversations that have been going on for a long time. How do we get this lit? How do we get this lit? And then you have these amazing funders that come along and make this happen. It doesn't. These projects don't happen now with the way that funding goes. We just don't have the resources without these funding agencies stepping forward and making it happen. So again, just a round of applause for those that brought the funding and made this possible. So I'm just thankful to represent this team, thankful to be a part of this amazing transformation that's happening in Waterloo, and tell your friends Waterloo is a great place to visit, work, and play.
Thank you, Mark, for your partnership on this and so many quality of life projects, and to all the key players who literally built this lighting system from the tops of the towers to the fixtures below the bridge. And I'm sure this project stretched you, and we can't wait to see the fruit of our labor in just a few minutes. But before I hit the go button, I want you all to meet the artist whose brilliant mind conceived this spectacle you're about to see. And once he gets done, I'm going to tell you just a 20 seconds of something funny. But I didn't, yeah. Maybe I won't, because they still control the nods and stuff like that. So, but during his career, Rob Shakespeare, yes, Rob Shakespeare, has been commissioned to create spectacular lighting installations for theaters, museums, and public spaces all around the world. I witnessed his monumental installation, River Lights, a nighttime light display on the St. Joseph River in downtown South Bend, Indiana, and I was moved to invite him to come to Waterloo to imagine the possibilities for our river. He is truly one of a kind, an artist who thrives in invention, rising to interesting visual challenges. We have found him to be a true professional who has given his full attention, his full heart, and his mind and creativity to the city of Waterloo. So could we please give him an incredible Waterloo, Iowa, Cedar Valley round of applause, Mr. Rob Shakespeare.
What a treat after almost 3 years to finally see this coming to fruition. And I hope you don't mind indulging me just for about 3 minutes of some maybe repetitive things. But I've walked arm in arm with so many talented people in this community and lots of Zoom calls over the last few years that I just think it really it warrants some acknowledgement. And first of all, I just have to thank Mayor Hart and the Waterloo Development Corporation for really being inspired to support a project like this. And I must say, I appreciate the trust you placed in me to bring this river to light, as I would call it. Last fall, we launched the Expo Towers, the relighting of the Expo Towers, and that was installed by the volunteer work of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, over 250 hours of volunteer time of people in your community to make it happen. And now it's joined by this massive installation, painting the bridge, the cascades, and these light totems with vibrant colors of light for each and every night of the year. Just under 3 years ago, when I first visited your community, it was great to walk around this really powerful water experience and day. And as it's starting to do now, though we do have a few lights gleaming on it, the cascades just completely disappeared. They just dissolved into the night. It's majestic stuff. You want to see it all the time, right? And that's what that was part of the inspiration. I envisioned a complete transformation of these features into a beautiful, and I will say world-class, nighttime destination. The canopy of the 4th Street Bridge and the river below would become my palette for some dynamic flows of light, of colored light, which you'll see, some of which you'll see tonight. You have to keep coming back because it keeps changing, right? They're inspired by the colors I saw in your seasons when I was visiting here, and the familiar colors which mark seasonal celebrations and important colors that are symbols for communities within Waterloo. At the top of every hour while they're lit, red, white, and blue color sequences will celebrate veterans, adding new excitement to the Veterans Way. And then it'll be followed by 55 minutes of other fun. But this seems such a significant part of your community that we wanted to make sure that this bridge, and Expo also announces it in the same way. I encourage you to view the light show from the amphitheater. It's a great spot on the 5th Street Bridge. Don't park there. I met many officers when I parked up there. You know, lovely people, but I said I just wanted to see what the programs look like from a distance. And from this spot and from the park over there, you could have a little picnic, you know. But the experience is even more magical when you walk through the tunnel, the canopy of color, as I'm calling it, which I hope you'll do after a few minutes of seeing the outside. Go and visit the inside. It's a very family-friendly place. I look forward to seeing the smiles on children's faces and smiles on their parents. It's just a feel-good environment to walk through, unlike the old parking lot lighting that used to be in there. So, yeah, looking forward to, and, you know, it's a free show, and it's open to all. I think that's what's so beautiful about it. Now, okay, a little repeat here, but I need to say this because these are brilliant people. Many individuals and organizations have participated in the design to help create this feature. The team from Vanderwall and Associates finally connected Mayor Hart and myself. Mark Kuiper, who you heard from, he was being a little humble. He project managed this whole thing, wrangling all of us together in some sort of coordinated fashion. And by the way, he also designed the plazas that support the 6 towers that you see. So thank you, Mark. David Jordan, Michael Brokaw, and the team from Modus Engineering, Michelle Sweeney from ACOM Engineering, Roland Gantner from Envision Architecture, the city, engineering, IT, and other departments who really have given a lot, and many others contributed to the infrastructure of this design. Sorry, turn my page. Kevin Martin from K&W Electric Contractors is our installer, from the tower footers to the complex electrical and control lighting system. And I don't know if he's here, and if he is, he's probably going to duck and cover. But first of all, a special call out to Kevin's crew, and especially to Christian Hanson, who was our lead electrician, for his calm demeanor, talent, troubleshooting skills essential in getting this project and its 463 very complex RGB light network system operating. Over the past year, my colleague Sean Smallman and I have spent weeks and weeks and probably months programming these lighting sequences that you'll see over the course of the year, some of which are going to be shown tonight. I hope you'll enjoy and be proud of this attraction in the middle of your city. Tonight, the river lights become yours. We spent a long time bringing it for you to share with family. You've got a guest coming to town. Hey, let's go drive by and see the river lights. Something to be proud of in the heart of your community. Friends, visitors, conventioneers from over there, tourists, hey, and new businesses and new owners and new employees and new clients, all enjoying what's at the core of this city. So thank you again for this opportunity, Waterloo, and hopefully they will turn on when we decide that they should. So lovely meeting you all. Thanks for coming out.
All right, Waterloo River's Light Experience is the very center of Waterloo's Veteran Way Art and History Walk. While the light show will begin a half hour before dusk each evening, through midnight, at the top of each hour, the lights will display red, white, and blue to honor the service and sacrifice of our veterans, past and present, and our military service people. Representing our military and veteran community, please welcome Black Hawk County Veterans Affairs Director, Yolando Lovelace.
Thank you, Mayor. If you guys, it's past my bedtime, so if you would help me stay awake, when I count to 3, I want you to say "hooah," and some of the people will know what I'm talking about, right? 1, 2, 3, hooah! Oh, we could do better than that. Come on now, we got to get excited. 1, 2, 3, hooah! To our honorable mayor, thank you. What better place to put this event than right here in front of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial? What a better place. So I'll be short. So good evening. On behalf of the 7,000 veterans of Black Hawk County and the Veterans Commission, we would like to thank the mayor for his continuous vision for bringing out the best of this great city. Tonight, the event hopefully will reunite our commitment to support this city. Let us work to heal the broken relationships, the scars of racial division. As veterans, we commit to serving our fellow citizens with honor, courage, and duty on both sides of the bridge. Mr. Mayor, to the city of Waterloo and to the Cedar Valley, it is with a heartfelt appreciation that tonight's bridge lighting will illuminate Veterans Way for years to come. And as I end, let me end as a quote, because I do that with all of my meetings. I started with a quote or I ended with a quote. So let me do one last quote, so otherwise it wouldn't be Yolando up here, right? All right. So my quote tonight: sow a thought, reap a action. Sow a action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, you reap a destination, or what I wanted to say was an opportunity for us all to do something very, very special for this city. And tonight we started. So we take our hats off to the mayor, to the city council, to everyone that was involved, because now you're allowing us veterans to be showcased. And what better way to do it than tonight when the bridge is lit? So thank you, Mayor, and everyone that was involved.
All right. Thank you. Can we say who again? Whoa. All right. Thank you, Yolando, and the Cedar Valley military service community for your service and sacrifice. And I think my friend Kelly Sullivan was somewhere in the audience as well, who's been an instrumental piece in helping us tie all these things together for this Veterans Way project. And also mentioned to Veterans Memorial Hall is right across the way. Vietnam Memorial is right here. And the bridge, covered bridge, ties them both together as well. But I would also like to thank you. We're about 2 minutes off. I would also like to thank Experience Waterloo Executive Director Tavis Hall and also Lindsay Peters for the graphic design and the website assistance. You've done an excellent job. And when I say, hey, I have an idea, and a few people have received those texts in the middle of the night sometimes, people get a little scared and turn and run the other way. But Main Street Waterloo keeps coming through, and Director Jessica Rucker has stepped up and stepped in to embrace the Veterans Way project and keep communication flowing to our downtown businesses and residents while putting on the countless events to support business growth in the downtown district. Jessica, come tell us what the Riverlight experience means to our downtown and give some instructions for the rest of the evening, please. Jessica Rucker.
This is going to be like the emotional, hard to talk speech now. I'm wrapping this all up. This is an amazing evening, and thank you all so much for coming out. As Mayor said, I'm Jessica Rucker, the director of Main Street Waterloo. And this is a very important celebration for our community. The city and all of the partners have worked hard to create an innovative public art installation that transforms the pedestrian bridge and river into a canvas of living color. This next phase of the Veterans Way Art and History Walk will attract visitors and serve as an economic development engine. The already iconic pedestrian bridge now includes a visual experience for all. We have been honored to have worked with the renowned lighting designer Rob Shakespeare to bring this project to life, and this is an incredible moment for our community. Now I'm going to switch my hats over to the Gross Cedar Valley Ambassador, and I would like to invite my friends in purple to start making your way this way. Everyone you see coming up in purple, these are the Gross Cedar Valley Ambassadors. There are 50 of us from the community, and we serve as the goodwill arm of Gross Cedar Valley. We come to events like this and openings of businesses to welcome them into our community, but our job doesn't stop there. We will take the news of this project and share it so people know and learn about the amazing things happening in our community. With that, I already invited you guys up. What we're going to do is we're going to shift this way a little bit so the bridge will be in the background. We're going to do a ribbon cutting. Mayor Hart is going to push the button so everyone come and look that direction. And I think he said he wants to do a countdown too, so be ready to listen for that as well. All right, we're going to say Waterloo River Light Experience. We're not going to cut on the first one. Everyone's just going to smile pretty. Then we're going to say it again, and Mayor will push the button.
Okay, on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Waterloo River Light Experience.
1, 2, 3.
Waterloo